And let's move on to Brandon Eastman. Brandon Eastman is a motivational speaker. Him and I actually met because I was on his podcast, the Be Better broadcast. His website is Be Better Industries, where he has programs that you can sign up for and just learn from the number of videos from him training you on how to set goals for yourself and stay motivated and to be better. Just an awesome guy, lots to learn from him. And he is also a speaker to Fortune 500 companies, and he has trained over 1,000 salespeople. Just amazing what he has done, and an awesome motivational speaker. So let's give it up. Let's hype it up. Let's get ready for Brandon Eastman.
All right, we are live. We are in action. The first thing that I have to do, first of all, I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to be here because this is one of the first success summits that Jake Craig has created. And let me just say, I got to give you some respect, Jake, because all of you here, I'm sure you know Jake, right? If you don't, you got to go check him out, because I want you to remember this day. I want you to remember this success summit with everyone who's here right now, right? However many people are registered. I think we had over 200 people register for this event, which is absolutely incredible. I want you to remember this day because 10 years from now, maybe even sooner, right? Jake is going to be hosting this in a giant football stadium with like 50,000 people. All right, I'm saying it here first because I know what's going to happen with how organized this guy is and the incredible team that he gets set up with people like Terry McDougal, who are here, and Kevin McShann. So I'm super happy to be here, and I'm really excited to see you here. And I'm excited that you're here because you wouldn't be here watching this right now at 7 p.m. Eastern time, at least, unless you were dedicated to your personal and professional growth. If you weren't dedicated to improve, there's no way in hell you'd be here right now. You'd be watching Netflix, you'd be on Facebook scrolling through, you'd be doing something to decompress from the hard day that you've had. And today, I want you to leave this next 10 to 15 minute segment with a plan. I want you to have the outcome of, when you walk away from this presentation here with everything that we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about how to 10x your performance and work and life. And I want you to have a step-by-step plan by the time you walk away. And because I've only got 15 minutes, I'm going to talk fast because I don't have a lot of time, right? So the first question I want to ask you is, what does success even mean to you? And I know Jake asked you this earlier in a very beautiful, eloquent way, but did you write it down? Did you write down whatever that definition of success is for you, or is it still up here, right? Because Jake, he wrote the instructions. It says, grab your pen and grab your paper. The thing is, a lot of people take for granted the power of putting a pen to a piece of paper. We don't understand what happens when you put a pen to paper. When you put your pen to paper and you write something down, your comprehension of the subject goes from 20 to 30% to over 90% absorption of whatever it is you're writing down. The thing is, your brain doesn't know the difference between something you're reading and something you wrote. So why not write something that you want your brain to absorb and keep and think about? So I'm going to ask you one more time, and I want you to write this down. What does success mean to you? Is success earning more money? Is it having a certain car in the driveway? Is it experiencing specific emotions throughout your day more than other emotions? Is it being in the relationship of your dreams, right? What does success mean to you? The problem is, most people have no idea, right? And they wonder why they're not happy in their life. But when you ask them the question, what is it that you want? They look at you and they say, I've never really thought about that. And that's not your fault. Right? School never taught us what success was. School never taught us the value of writing things down and reading and earning income and advancing in our career. School simply taught you, hey, come here to learn English, learn history, which you're going to forget by next period, and go to college, graduate, get a job, retire, and then you know what comes after retire. Right? So what does success mean? How do you know when you're successful? Are there certain activities that you partake in that when you're partaking in them, you say to yourself, wow, this makes me feel really good. I want to be doing more of this. What does success mean? Write it down. To me, very similar to what Jake said and what Kevin said too in a recent video he posted, is success is making progress towards a worthy goal. Success is when you're at the end of your day and you're able to say to yourself, you know, I've made a lot of progress towards what it is I want to accomplish today. It's when you're going to sleep that night and you're thinking in your mind of the wins that you've had from that day, and all of the wins that you had are pushing you in the direction of your dreams. It's pushing you in the direction of your outcome, which we're going to talk about. Don't worry, I'm going to guide you through this. I'm going to guide you through a system that I created, not just from, it came to my mind, but because I had to live it myself. Because while I might coach many people now, while I might work with different sales teams from nationwide at this point, I went from being a training director to opening my own business, right? But it didn't start there. I didn't start by making YouTube videos and knowing how to talk to a camera. None of that just happened. When I was 21, I'm 27 now, so within 6 years, I was 260 pounds. I was massively obese. Like, I was a big guy, right? Wearing all the baggy clothes because I didn't want people to see what my body looked like. Feeling bad about myself whenever I looked into the mirror. I was over $20,000 in credit card debt. And for those who know about credit cards, that's like 18 to 20% interest or more. So I was swimming in debt. I was very overweight. I had no strong or healthy relationships in my life, and I had absolutely no purpose. I had absolutely no idea what direction I wanted my life to look like. And I didn't know what to do, right? Until I had a mentor come into my life, and a mentor who helped me to rise up in the company that I worked with. And he looked at me point blank, and he's like, Brandon, there's no way you're going to get promoted. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going to get promoted? And he's like, well, how do you expect to lead other people if you can't even properly lead yourself? How are other people going to respect you if you don't even have that kind of self-respect for yourself, right? And I was like, well, that's a great question. I guess I don't. And I said, what do I need to do? And he's like, you're going to follow me. He's like, come to the gym with me and we'll start there. And through that process, within 6 to 8 months, I lost over 60 pounds. I eliminated over $20,000 of debt. I found myself around new, empowering people, people who brought me up, people who charged my battery versus people who drained it. My entire life changed in 6 months. And you can do the same thing. And you might even be able to do it faster, but it's not about how fast you do it. It's about enjoying the journey and the process of doing it. So let me show you this system that I learned through my own experience and through necessity. This system is what I call the 5 Ps, okay? And it's just called that because it sounds better than if there was like 3 Ps and 2 Fs, right? It just sounds better than that. So the first step, the first thing that I had to wrap my mind around was I had absolutely no idea what I wanted my life to look like. My mentor helped me to create a plan for my life. I said to him, well, I don't really know what it is that I want. And he's like, well, just make it up. I said, make it up. And he's like, yeah, the beautiful thing about living in a free country is you get to choose what it is you do. You get to choose what it is you spend your time on. And I was like, oh, I never really thought of it that way. And he's like, so what do you want? I said, well, I want to become a leader in the company. I want to feel better about myself and about my life. So I started to write down my plan onto paper, which led me to the second P. At the time, like I mentioned, I was heavily overweight, right? So I would wake up in the morning and I had probably like 10% of the energy that I have now when I wake up. And that's because I didn't take care of my body. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't being conscious of the food that I put into my body. I had absolutely no or very low energy. My power source was non-existent, right? Because your energy and your power comes from 2 places. It comes from how you use your body, how you move your body, the expressiveness of your body. And it also comes from what you're thinking in your mind. It's your internal representation of events. It's your, what most people call, your mindset. What are the different thoughts that are going through your mind on a daily basis? Do you entertain those thoughts? Do you accept those thoughts? Do you accept the thoughts that are serving you, or do you accept the thoughts that aren't serving you? The trick is when you realize you get to decide which thoughts you want to accept into your life. And your power comes down to your body, how you use it, and your thoughts, which led me then to the third P in this process. And the third P is that very ethereal word that gets thrown around by a lot of people, right? Live your purpose. Find what you're passionate about and go after that and do it. Well, there's only one problem there. What if you love singing? You want to be the next Mariah Carey, right? Or maybe the next Cardi B, right? Who knows? It's your life, right? What if you're not a great singer? What if you practice for years and you're still not a great singer, right? There's a part about natural ability that does come into the mix. And if you're truly passionate about singing, but you're not great and you're not getting any better and you're not dedicated to the craft, then how is it going to be your purpose? How are you going to survive? Survival does play its part. You have to be able to survive while living your purpose. I had no idea what my purpose was. Even after I lost the weight, I still didn't know what my purpose was. I only discovered my purpose, which was sharing my message, helping other people to make positive improvements in their own life. I only discovered my purpose once it discovered me. And the only reason my purpose discovered me is because I was trying a lot of different things. I finally discovered it when I gave a team training and when I spoke to a group of salespeople. And I didn't think they wanted to hear what I had to say, right? But at the end of the presentation to about 50 people, a couple people walked up to me and they said, "Brandon, that was really good." I said, "Really? What did you like?" And they said, "Well, no one's ever really talked about goals with us before. No one's ever really talked about time management with us. This is really going to help me." And they went, and it actually helped them to earn thousands of more dollars every single month. And I was like, I enjoyed the process of training people, and I enjoyed watching their results. So I said to myself, that made me feel really good. I want to do more of that. And the beautiful thing about purpose is you can find and discover and live your purpose, whether you're working inside of a company or an organization. You can live your purpose if you're in your own business. You can live your purpose in the clubs that you're in the community that you serve in. You can live and use your purpose in many different ways. I'm living my purpose now by talking to you because Jacob was kind enough to give me this platform to talk to you tonight. I spread my purpose through YouTube. I share my purpose through training sales teams, all these different avenues. So how can you take what you enjoy doing, what you're naturally good at, and what you're passionate about, and combine them into one to live your own purpose? Because once you do, once you have these three things, you've probably already started or have accomplished the fourth one, which is surrounding yourself with the right people. This we could talk for hours about, because you are the average of the 3 to 5 people that you spend the most time around. You're the average of their income. You're the average of their mindset. You're the average of their relationships. If you hang around 9 out of 10 people who are broke, then you're probably the 10th person, right? So who are the people that you're spending time around right now, which then leads us to the final and the 5th P, which keeps this entire system moving. Which is making progress. One thing each day that you can do that will move you closer to the end result. Just one thing a day that moves you in the direction of your dreams, of your goal, the end destination of your plan. One thing each day will compound into a giant, massive result. And it's practically impossible that you won't get to where you want to go when you follow this process. So start with a plan. Feel it with the power to see the plan through with your body and your mindset and your thoughts. Live your purpose and really ask yourself, what is it that I enjoy doing? What am I naturally good at? And what am I passionate about? For me, I was passionate about educating people to help them improve their life. And then use that to help as many people as possible. Generally, purpose comes down to service and doing for other people. Then surround yourself with those people. Find the people who are aligned with your vision. Find the people where when you leave their company, you feel elevated. You feel energetic. You feel great about life. Those are the people that you want to spend time around, right? Kevin, Terry, Jake, those are people who charge my battery just by being in their presence, feeling their vibration. Find people like that. And if you say to yourself, well, Brandon, I don't know where to find those people, go to a club that specializes in what it is you want to improve in. And I guarantee you'd have to try really hard not to find other people who are aligned with your vision. And then remember, one thing each day that will bring you closer to your destination, and just watch the momentum that you begin to build for yourself. It will be absolutely enormous. But remember, things don't change overnight. You have to start this. You have to trust in the process and keep moving forward. Now, I've created a lot of different resources that can help you to implement all of these 5 Ps, whether it's through group programs with the Be Better Bootcamp or my YouTube channel, where I have over several hundred trainings that you can watch on goal setting and achievement and fitness and earning money. And I speak with tons of experts on my Be Better broadcast, which Kevin and Terry have both been guests on, and Jake, they were on the podcast too. So there's so many free ways out there for you to improve. And I also want to give you a free digital copy of my book, which is called Be Extraordinary, Your Guide to Self-Mastery, which will help you to implement this system in whatever area of life is most important for you to focus on right now. For me, it was my emotions and it was my physical body, which is chapters 1 and 2. I labeled the book in the same order that I went through these changes myself. Go download the digital copy. Jake's going to give you a link to it. Flip to the chapter that makes the most sense for you. Go to the challenge at the end of the chapter and follow that challenge for the next 7 days and just begin to watch your life change. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me, find me on LinkedIn. Shoot me a message. I'd love to connect with you, even just to have a conversation about what you're all about, what you want to accomplish. I love meeting new people, so reach out to me, and I'd love the opportunity to chat with you. But remember, keep moving forward and continue to be better every single day. Thank you guys so much.
Right, let's give it up for Brandon. Awesome job. The 5 Ps. You gave us so much information. And to me, what really connects to me most is talking about purpose and talking about people. People, there's so many mentors in my life, so many people that I connect with, and it's important to have those people. And also with purpose going into whether it be your professional life or your personal life, it's important to live with purpose. And Brandon, like I said, amazing job. So hats off to you. So if you enjoyed Brandon's presentation, make sure to check out his website, bebetterindustriescom, and check out his programs, check out his book. He offered his free ebook, Be Extraordinary. Make sure to check it out. All right. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you got some value out of that. I hope you enjoyed it. Know that this was a free live conference for people, and putting up this video took some time as well, redeveloping this, revamping it. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, and know that wherever you're watching this, if you share it, whether it's on LinkedIn or whether you're watching it on YouTube and you share it somewhere else, or if you're watching it on Facebook, please like the video, share the video, and so we can reach more people, giving them value. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and take care.